Some people are straight up toxic. They don't ask for your help. No, they do something much sneakier. They plant a guilt seed inside your head. And then they water it until it grows into a monster you can't ignore. You felt this, haven't you? You do something to make someone else happy. But instead of feeling good about it, you end up feeling drained, restless, empty. On the outside, everything looks fine. You helped someone. You gave your time. You were the good person. So why do you feel like crap inside? Because not every yes gives you peace. Not every agreement strengthens a relationship. Sometimes saying no is the kindest thing you can do for yourself. But let's be real. Saying no feels impossible sometimes. Your throat closes up. Your brain makes up 1,000 excuses why you should say yes. And then you cave. Here's the hard truth. The person who never says no? The world uses them like a tissue paper. Wipe hands, throw away. Today, we're not going to just talk about saying no. We're going to identify 3 specific situations where you should never say yes. And I'm going to show you exactly why your brain tricks you into saying yes in the first place. Let's destroy those patterns. Situation number 1. The guilt trip trap, when help feels like punishment. Some people are master manipulators. They don't ask for help. They create guilt inside you. They make you feel like you're a bad person if you don't help. Here's how it sounds. I know you're busy. I know you have your own stuff. But honestly, you're the only one who can help me. If you don't do this, I'm screwed. Sounds friendly, right? Almost like a compliment. You're the only one. But listen carefully. That sentence is doing something dangerous. It's creating mental pressure, a weight on your chest. Now, if you say no because you're genuinely busy, you'll feel guilty. You'll lie in bed later thinking, maybe I should have helped. Maybe I'm selfish. And that's exactly what they wanted. These people are clever. They've learned exactly how to wake up your sympathy, your empathy, your fear of losing the relationship. You start thinking, if I don't help, will this person be mad at me? Will our friendship suffer? Here's the truth, friend. Any relationship that runs on guilt, that's not respect. That's a burden. A relationship should not feel like a loan you're constantly paying back. The only help that brings you peace is help you give willingly. Not because you're pressured. Not because you're scared. Not because you'll feel like a criminal if you don't. So next time someone tries to guilt you, pause. Take a breath. And ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to? Or because I'm afraid of how I'll feel if I don't? If it's the second one, say no. Politely, firmly, and watch how free you feel. Situation number 2, the energy vampire, people who steal your peace. You know this one. You've felt it 100 times. You start a conversation feeling completely fine, normal, maybe even happy. And then, 20 minutes later, you feel like someone sucked the life out of you. You're exhausted, drained, down. What happened? You just met an energy vampire. These people don't bring solutions. They don't bring positivity. They bring problems, complaints, and drama. They'll talk for hours about how everyone did them wrong, how the system is broken, how their boss is an idiot, how their relatives are toxic, how the country's politics are a disaster, and you sit there, nodding, trying to be supportive. But inside, your energy meter is dropping to 0. Here's the sneaky part. These people don't actually want a solution. They don't want advice. They don't want to fix anything. They just want to empty their garbage into your head. And then they walk away feeling lighter, while you're left holding their trash. Friend, protecting your time and energy is not being rude. It's called self-respect. So if someone calls you just to dump their negativity, or if a colleague stops by your desk to spread misery, learn to avoid them. Not with anger, just with distance. You can say, I hear you, but I've got something important to focus on right now. Let's catch up later. That's not cold. That's boundaries. Your mental health is not a public dumping ground. Situation number 3, the I don't want to yes, when you say yes to avoid awkwardness. This one happens all the time, and it's the sneakiest of all. You don't want to go somewhere. You don't want to do something. Your gut is screaming no, but your mouth says yes. Why? Because saying no feels awkward, uncomfortable. You don't want to disappoint the other person. You don't want to seem like a bad friend, a lazy employee, a difficult family member. So you say yes. A friend invites you somewhere when you're already exhausted? Yeah, sure. Your boss adds an extra task when your plate is already full? No problem. A family member asks for a favor you don't have time for? Of course. In that moment, saying yes gives you relief. You avoid the awkwardness. You escape the discomfort. But then reality hits. Now you're stuck. Now you have to do that thing you never wanted to do. Your schedule gets messed up. Your own work gets delayed. And that one yes turns into hours. Sometimes days of stress, resentment, and exhaustion. Psychology says, a yes said just to avoid temporary awkwardness often creates long-term misery. So what's the fix? The 10-second rule. When someone asks you for something, and your first feeling is resistance, don't answer immediately. Say these magic words. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you. That's it. You don't have to say no on the spot. You don't have to say yes either. You just buy yourself time. And in those few hours or even minutes, your brain will calm down. You'll realize, I don't want to do this. And that's okay. Then you can respond honestly, without guilt, without panic. Sometimes, 10 seconds of courage saves you 10 days of regret. Let me tell you something most people never realize. You don't say yes because you're weak. You say yes because you're afraid. Afraid of conflict. Afraid of being judged. Afraid of being seen as difficult. Afraid that if you say no once, people will stop loving you. But here's the plot twist. People who truly respect you will respect your no. The ones who get angry at your boundaries, they were using you, so start small. Today, say no to one tiny thing. Something low stakes, a small favor, an unnecessary meeting, a conversation you don't have energy for. Notice what happens. The world doesn't end. The other person doesn't die. And you feel a strange new feeling. Freedom. That's the feeling of taking your power back. Here's your assignment for today. Think of one situation where you said yes recently, but you wish you had said no. Now imagine going back and doing it differently. What would you say? Write that sentence down. Practice it in your head. And next time, use it. And in the comments below, write this. Today, I choose my peace over people pleasing. That's not for me. That's for you. A reminder that your time, your energy, your mental health, they matter. Every single day, learn something new. Think something new. Do something new. Keep growing, friend.